I have made a lot of mistakes in my coaching business. I've done a lot of things right as well. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 mistakes I've made so far in my coaching business so that hopefully you can learn from them and maybe avoid doing them yourselves. Because I heard somebody say once that good people, good students maybe learn from their mistakes, but great people learn from the mistakes of others so that they avoid them completely. So here we go. The top 5 mistakes I've made in my coaching business so far. I don't know what I don't know. Maybe I've made even bigger mistakes and I'm oblivious to them, but here we go. This is what I think I've done. So mistake number 1 was relying on organic Instagram growth to find clients. So in the beginning, I was trying to use Instagram organic growth as my primary means of growing my coaching business, and I just wasn't really getting anywhere. And there are people that can consistently get organic growth on Instagram and build up a big audience, and that is awesome. And it's not luck, it's a skill. And for people that do have a big audience on Instagram, there's incredible, wonderful opportunities for them. But in my personal experience, as well as observing the people that I've worked with, a few dozen coaches, and I've met a couple thousand others. Um, for most of us, relying on organic Instagram growth is really not the best way to grow a coaching business, and in many cases, it means we're not really going to be able to succeed at all. And so for me, when I switched over to Facebook, growing a Facebook group, that was an absolute game changer for me. I highly recommend that, as well as running ads. Like once you found your voice as a creator and your presentation is at a level that you're satisfied with, definitely, and you've got a budget for ads, go for it. Start running some ads, and that's really powerful as well. And like organic growth on Instagram can be a part of your growth, but relying on it can be a really painful experience. So focus on Instagram, or sorry, focus on Facebook, grow a Facebook group if you're just starting out, and I highly recommend that. And then from there, you can run some ads, and yeah, of course, you can still grow organically on Instagram, but don't rely on it. All right. So the second mistake was not posting enough content on social media. In the beginning, I wasn't posting and I just didn't know what to create or what to do. And I see this all the time with people that I work with, people that I'm meeting. We're just not posting enough content on social media. People don't really know you exist. And I get it. It's hard. We look at these people that are posting all the time and we think, how the heck do they do it? How do they come up with all these ideas? And really, it's a muscle that you develop. And so one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was to optimize for consistency over quality, and trust that that piece of content that you create now and you put 100% effort into it is not going to be as good as that piece of content you create in a year from now that you only put 20% effort into after posting consistently for a year. So you got to be posting content a lot on social media. Yeah, there are exceptions. There are, maybe some other strategies, but give yourself the best possible chance to succeed. Trust that it gets easier. And frankly, not posting often enough on social media is a big mistake if you're a coach. So get at it, be bold, be fearless, post more on social content or social media, trusting that it's going to get easier. All right. So another one, this is my personal experience. This may resonate with some of you, maybe not, but what happened in my life was I did not have another income in the beginning of my coaching business, and that made things hard for me. I didn't have a budget for the equipment I wanted, the software I wanted. I wasn't able to invest in my own education. And so what happened was I was living in Colombia. I was running an e-commerce business. I only had to spend a few minutes a day kind of watching over the e-commerce business. Everything was great. And I had this burning passion to get into the coaching space. And I started doing that with no pressure because I had the e-commerce business, just kind of dipping my toe in the water. And then spontaneously, I lost my e-commerce income. I got frauded. I had to sell all my investments just to live. I got sick. I was not getting any opportunities, so I was all in on this coaching thing, and I was still missing some of the pieces, so I wasn't making money yet, and it just made it really difficult. It was really stressful, and that's just not the way to launch a coaching business. And I think that, well, I know there are people that their first month in coaching, they make $10,000, but I think that's rare. And I also think that a lot of us, maybe we start slowly, but given enough time, we're going to build beautiful, thriving coaching businesses. We just need to be able to have enough time, and we need to have the resources, the equipment, the mentorship. And so if you can set yourself up where you're not relying on the income from your coaching in the beginning, so you give yourself some time to grow it, I think that is definitely the better way of going about doing it. And so another mistake I made was investing in the wrong mentor. So in the very beginning, I already had a bachelor's degree in new media. I'd worked in corporate marketing for 5, 6 years. I had done marketing for a high profile life coach for a few years, where I was doing like behind the scenes stuff, like running ads, designing landing pages, doing email marketing. So I thought that I had so much to offer the coaching world in terms of marketing, but I still really struggled because I was missing some of the pieces of the puzzle. And so I felt that I needed to get some mentorship to really, get someone else's perspective, get someone to guide me, fill in some of the things that I was missing. And so I found somebody, and I paid them thousands of dollars of money that I was barely able to come up with. It was all the money I had in the world. And it turned out to be a chocolate turd, where it looked great on the outside and it was heartbreaking. And frankly, it was a scam, and I got nothing out of it. And unfortunately, I think that happens a lot, and that's why the coaching world has a bad reputation sometimes. But at the same time, we do need mentorship. And so, how do we avoid that? I don't really know, but just choose carefully. And frankly, like, I told you a bit about my backstory, and I still felt that I needed some mentorship to really know how to do this. And so I couldn't imagine, some of you guys, maybe you have a background as like a martial arts teacher, and then you got into doing maybe sound healing ceremonies, really wonderful things, and you're looking at growing online, and but you've never built a website, you don't have a lot of experience with social media. And I just can't imagine, like, it's such an uphill battle trying to figure it all out on your own. It's just really not the way to do it. And obviously, I'm biased because I'm in the business of selling, coaching, and consulting to build online coaching businesses. But that's my honest to God belief, is that we all need coaching, consulting, mentorship. I need it to get to the next level. And if you guys have never done any internet marketing or anything, trying to figure it all out on your own is very, very difficult. But try not to choose the wrong one. Try to find the right person that's going to guide you to exactly where you want to get to, and give you the skills and the mindset shifts and the understandings that you need in order to succeed. And then the fifth, my thing's not updating here. Oh no! And then the fifth mistake I made. This is a little bit of a vulnerable share, because this happened pretty recently. But I think that I launched my group coaching too soon, and I love group coaching. I think it's so powerful. I've had really great experiences as a student in group coaching. I think some really great things came out of my group coaching program that I was offering. But ultimately, I believe that I launched it too soon because I didn't have enough people involved in my world to create that critical mass of core members to make the group experience really, really potent and powerful. I still believe in the vision of having a group of men's coaches coming together, sharing, supporting each other, moving as a crew, and implementing the marketing strategies that I've put together. And I'm really excited to revisit that. And I've got some numbers in my mind about, like, I'm going to relaunch it once my Facebook group and my Instagram audience reaches a certain size. But until then, I'm going to really be focusing on my one-on-one coaching. And that's based on my current understanding, my current perspective. That's what I recommend you guys do, is focus on an offer that is just simply the best way you can help somebody achieve the transformation that you are offering. And then once you've grown that one-on-one offer to the point where you no longer have enough time and energy to take on more clients, then you could look at launching a group coaching program, which is super awesome. You just need to have like that core critical mass of core members. So those are the top 5 mistakes I've made so far in my coaching business, I think. So hopefully, or maybe you can relate to some of them, and hopefully you can be inspired to avoid and maybe take a little bit of a different route and avoid some of these things so you can grow your coaching business with more ease, more flow, and more quickly.